Hello minifigures, I'm a genius here, and today I will be showing you my modifications to the LEGO Star Wars set number 75105, the Millennium Falcon, 2017 edition, based off of the 7th Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. This set contained more than 1,300 pieces, 6 minifigures, 1 droid BB-8 figure, and had a retail price of $150 in the United States. This set is so large that I had to completely redesign my video display setup. I have a different background, different table, and I had to elevate my camera stand and change the lighting. But eventually I was able to achieve the setup that you see before you. Okay, I am super excited to show you all my modifications to this model, so let's get right into it. With the front winglets or mandibles of the Millennium Falcon removed, we can now take a close-up look at my modifications to them. On the sides, I added a couple pieces here, just to add some more texture details. On the top, I swapped out some plate colors, moved this grille piece forward a stud, and added this little build on the top in place of the ventilation slope piece that was originally there. All of these modifications just make the winglets look more accurate to the Millennium Falcon from the movie. And I also changed the inner structure a little, but it's not a major detail to point out, but thought I'd mention it just to show you how I changed some things up. And this other winglet or mandible is the same thing basically, except for these two reddish brown tiles which represent rust. And that is pretty much it, so let's move on. Hoping the Millennium Falcon does not fall over, here is a top view of the model. Pause the video if you want to swap out some pieces and add these details in. I'm not going to go through all the steps that you can go through to add all these top surface details to the Millennium Falcon. Please don't fall over, please don't fall over. Okay, whew, there we go. It's pretty straightforward. What you see on the top is what you swap out, basically. And, yep, that's that. Let's take a look at the sides now. On the sides of the Millennium Falcon, there isn't too much changed. I repeated this texture detail on the sides 4 times. 2 are mirrored here, this side, and then if we turn the Millennium Falcon around, it's the same deal on this side as well. I also added this dark gray telephone piece to add some piping texture details. And I swapped out or added in this dark gray slope piece here. I had a sand green tile here and a light gray tile here. And I added in a brick on each side with a couple extra studs to attach this piece to the side, to each side of the Millennium Falcon. And I swapped out the light gray jumper plates right here with dark gray. And, oh, and I also swapped out some of the slope pieces on the sides here to add give more accurate colors on the sides. And I believe that is pretty much it for the exterior of the Millennium Falcon. Let us move on to the interior now. Starting at the front interior area between these two mandibles, I added some bricks and cheese slopes to create a foundation for this piece right here, which serves as a docking point for an escape pod. For my next video, I will be showing you guys how to build an easy escape pod to attach to your Millennium Falcon with this Millennium Falcon's beat-up color scheme and not the Castle Run Millennium Falcon's color scheme. Alright, now let's take a look at the interior of the cockpit. With Old Man Han Solo and Rey removed, we may now take a look inside the cockpit section of the Millennium Falcon. You'll notice that behind the minifigures, I created this archway to give some depth behind the minifigures to show that there is a tunnel that leads through here into the cockpit. And let's see how that's built now. I also made some small modifications to the gunnery station in the center of the Millennium Falcon. Lifting this out, you can see that these pieces are now in dark gray, and the seats are a bit better looking. Alright, come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, now let's take a look at the main interior of the Millennium Falcon, the part you've all been waiting for. Inside the main interior of the Millennium Falcon, we have an updated lounge area, a more accurate hyperdrive setup with a single hyperdrive unit connected by this hose pipe piece to this engine over here. And we have the storage space over here with a table and a couple of crates that you can sit a couple minifigures at. Then over here we have some more storage with a crate and a box, both of which can open up. And then we have a couple clips to hold or to attach your spare spring-loaded shooter projectiles. And finally, in the center, we have this swivel spinning chair. Now, let's see how all of these modifications are built. One final modification to take note of is the retractable landing gear that I installed on the bottom of the Millennium Falcon, which uses a pretty simple flipping up and down mechanism that links two front ones to back ones together. There's a stopper right here. Here, let me take that out, actually show you guys what that looks like. There's a stopper with some studs on the side to get the deployed landing gear at the right angle. The landing gear is built the same, and it's just attached to some pieces. I'm not going to show you guys how to build this by itself, because I don't have the time, but you can you can basically see how it is constructed. I added some pieces in here just for the framework, and I removed all the plates to give you an insight of how I adjusted the frame of the framework of the Millennium Falcon, the Technic framework, to fit this landing gear mechanism in here. This definitely adds some structure to the Millennium Falcon. This definitely adds some structural foundation to the Millennium Falcon, so I do recommend you use it. But this landing gear will oftentimes just retract into the Millennium Falcon. I'll fall over. So this may not be the best modification, but it's there, and it is an option if you want to try that out. And that is pretty much it. Let me show you guys what the bottom of the Millennium Falcon looks like with all the plates added in. There you go. And that is all for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.